Hello, and my name is CJ, and I'm here to talk to you everything there is about Sliders. And this is the Sliders Review. And today I'm here to talk to you about the 5th season and final season of Sliders, the season that killed the entire series. This season was aired on Sci-Fi. After the success of the 4th season, the writers decided to take a different turn of events for the 5th season. They got rid of both Jerry and Charlie O'Connell and decided to just lose Colin Mallory somewhere in the vortex and merge Quinn without the double of this other world. And that double doesn't look anything like him. So they dubbed that double Mallory. The only two people left in that season from the other seasons is both Rembrandt and Maggie. Now, I haven't watched this entire season. In fact, I've only seen one episode. I've only seen the first episode, The Unstuck Man. So I really can't explain too much what really goes on like I've done in my other videos. So I'm mostly just stating what I read online years ago. This Dr. Geiger, is the one who actually altered the Sliders wormhole. He's the one that gets rid of Colin, and he's also the one who merges Quinn with Mallory. So the whole premise of this entire season is trying to get Quinn unstuck from his duplicate, and also once again trying to get back to Rembrandt's home world and save them from the Cro-Mags. Well, for the most part, both their goals fail. In one episode, they try to unmerge both the Quinns, and it fails to where I think they kill the original Quinn. Wade, however, does show up again in the 5th season after leaving after the end of the 3rd season. She fought with the Maggie character in real life. However, Sabrina, the woman who plays Wade, was having disagreements once again with the creative staff and the producers. So because of this, she only has a voiceover in the episode Requiem, but she doesn't appear. Another woman actually appears in a silhouette that had a short haircut style kind of like Wade's. Now, Wade was separated from the Sliders when she was out to a breeding camp. I guess Wade escaped, and somehow now she has Cro-Mag telepathy now for some bizarre reason, even though she is not a Cro-Mag herself. So now she's able to communicate with Rembrandt across from a different Earth. However, something happens and the connection is lost, and I believe he said Wade's gone, which probably means, well, she's dead. This entire season did not set well with fans because they get rid of the main person, which is Quinn, and also because the storylines themselves were very stupid. I remember one episode, Diana Davis, which is one of the new Sliders, she was held captive by like some clowns, and they wanted this secret sauce to like a hamburger or something. So the Sliders fork over the recipe to the clowns. Well, the burger company actually finds it out, and they actually fight with the clown. If that's not stupid, I tell you right here, right now, I don't know what it is. In fact, Sci-Fi themselves wasn't even really reading the scripts as they were being sent in, because they just pretty much gave up and just didn't care. And they knew for a fact they were just going to end this season once so many fans hated the first episode. And then a couple of other episodes in this season, we see a lot more religious episodes than we have in the previous seasons. Once the writing staff figured out that Sci-Fi was done with them and ready to wash their hands of the entire series, the new writing staff decided to go back to Tracy Torme as a consultant and ask him how can we improve so that we can get picked up for a 6th season. He gave them little suggestions here and there, but nothing really helped. The 5th season had a little bit of the comedy which was in the 1st season. It had a little bit of kind of like the bizarre nature of the 3rd season, and it had some sci-fi elements from the 4th season. But all those blending together just did not work. They thought about getting the character Logan St. Clair back into the show, but for some reason they didn't bring her back in. Now I do remember reading a while back they were supposed to bring her back in the 3rd season, but they decided since that was more of a sex action oriented show, they felt the character wasn't sexy enough, which they're just idiots because that woman is fine. So then they decided, okay, well, maybe we're going to start bringing back some recurring characters we had in the past. Well, they decided to bring back Calzone. Well, you want to know something? It wasn't the same guy from the first 2 seasons. They bring in a completely different Calzone that's supposed to be his double, but looks completely different from him and is a different ethnicity than him. In the last episode of the 5th season, entitled The Shear, it leaves off on a cliffhanger in which a man with psychic abilities has been tracking the sliders, I guess, ever since their very first slide. Once again, stupid. And what's even more dumb is that, okay, the guy playing this psychic, he also appeared in the 4th season. And in the 4th season, he plays a character named Chandler, which is the person responsible for the Chandler hotels on which they stay in. But in the 5th season, his name isn't Chandler, and he isn't the double of the guy of the 4th season, but yet he's played by the same actor. Well, in that episode, the sliders are taken captive once again. And in that episode also, sliding is a religion, Scientology as they call it. And the Egyptian timer is actually destroyed now. Throughout the course of the episode, the psychic man tells them if they slide again, they will die. He also tells them that he has a virus that's going to kill the Cro-Mags. As they're trying to get these other people's sliding technology to work, Diana states that only one person can slide. So Rembrandt decides to inject himself with the virus, and then he says his goodbyes, and then he slides back to Earth Prime. We don't know if he succeeds, we don't know if he fails, because the show was so terrible, Sci-Fi decided just to cancel it. And well, folks, that is the end of a great series, which I like to call a beautiful tragedy. It was beautiful for the 1st, 2nd, and 4th season, but it was tragic for that of the 3rd and the 5th season. Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye.